Hello my friends, welcome to Ignited Mercy. It's Cecilia, and today we're going to be reviewing entry 1316 and 1317. And the reason I pick these two entries is, number one, Thanksgiving is coming around, and there's probably so much we want to give, we want to say, we want to be present in people's lives so we can love on to them. But because of COVID, we can't do it, right? So, and also, a lot of us might be going through some financial hardship because we're not selling as much, we're not able to go to work as much. Some people are getting less of an income, so it's harder to be generous. So these two entries are going to address those things, but also it's going to address the fact that we can also be generous with Jesus. So here we go, entry 1316. Daughter, says Jesus, I need sacrifice lovingly accomplished, because that alone has meaning for me. Enormous indeed are the debts of the world which are due to me. Poor souls can pay them by their sacrifice, exercising mercy in spirit. Keep that point in mind, exercising mercy in spirit. And also let's keep in mind the first sentence. Daughter, I need sacrifice lovingly accomplished. When in the world does Jesus need something and says it to us like this? And when can we find an opportunity to actually fulfill this need in such an easy way? And here he explains how can we fulfill this need of him. Faustina answers, I understand your words, Lord, and the magnitude of the mercy that ought to shine in my soul. And Jesus answers, I know, my daughter, that you understand it and that you do everything within your power. But write this for the many souls who are often worried because they do not have the material means with which to carry out an act of mercy. Sounds familiar? Yet spiritual mercy, which requires neither permissions nor storehouses, is much more meritorious and is within the grasp of every soul. If a soul does not exercise mercy somehow or another, it will not obtain my mercy on the day of judgment. Oh, if only souls knew how to gather eternal treasures for themselves, they would not be judged, for they would forestall my judgment with their mercy. How beautiful. So let's recapitulate our points. We said that Jesus is using the word I need, right? So Jesus needs something. Wouldn't you want to fulfill that need or give him what he needs? And then he says, I need sacrifice lovingly accomplished. And you and I can do that. We can do certain sacrifices with love. Maybe others with a little less love, but we can still do it. And he says, write this, my daughter, for souls that might worry that they don't have the material means with which to be generous and exercise act of mercy. Tell them to perform spiritual act of mercy. So that is my message for you today. Thanksgiving is coming around. We might not be able to share a table with everybody that we love, that we wish to be with, cook and share time with them. It's not possible at this time, but there's always something we can do for those we love, and also for those we have a hard time loving right now. And Jesus says spiritual acts of mercy. And one of the best spiritual acts of mercy we can do is pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Pray for those you love. Pray for those you have a hard time loving. And know that when you pray, not only are you performing an act of mercy, not only are you gathering eternal treasures in heaven and forestalling the judgment of God with the mercy you're performing, you're giving Jesus something he says he needs. He says, I need sacrifice. And to close this, let's clarify, why would Jesus need this from us? The reason is because he loves us. He wants you and I and everybody to be with him through eternity in heaven. And he needs us to do this so we can be with him. So there you have it. These holidays, don't forget, no matter what material means you might have or not have, you can always exercise mercy. and through that fulfill a need that Jesus says he has for you and I can be with him in heaven. Have a wonderful holiday.